You're listening to Health Professional Radio. My name is Wayne Buckler, and today my guest is Hunter Leonard. Hunter's the Marketing Director with BioRevive. Hunter, welcome to Health Professional Radio.
Thanks, Wayne.
Now, Hunter, BioRevive's not a name that immediately tells me what the company does and what its products and services are. So give us some idea of your geographical footprint, and what services and products you provide.
Yeah, sure. Well, BioRevive is a natural healthcare company, so we have a range of brands that are sold through pharmacy in Australia and in some other territories around the world, namely New Zealand and also up into China and Singapore as well. Generally, those brands are for, health and wellness conditions that range from arthritis through to more cosmetic problems like skin spots, and we also have a Hangover Relief product as well.
There are times when a Hangover Relief product will be very handy, I have to say.
Yes, no doubt, and it's quite a popular product. It's an amino acid-based product, so again, a natural therapy that people can take while drinking, and it's for the responsible drinker who might just get a little bit of headache or, some other hangover symptoms, but just from drinking a moderate amount of alcohol as opposed to the more extreme end of drinking.
Uh-huh. Now, Hunter, the range that you've got, you say they're natural products, and I'm just looking on your website here. I see Arthritis Relief, I see exfoliating foot pads and clean ear sprays and Tears Again eye spray. There's quite a range in the BioRevive catalogue by the look of this. Yeah,
that's right. We have a range of brands that we manufacture ourselves. The owner of the business and founder of the business, Will Crothers, has developed a number of products, but we also distribute in Australia for a number of international companies. So we try to select products that have got an interesting application, different or a little bit unique compared to others. For instance, the Clean Ears product is a medical device which incorporates an extract of olive oil, and it's very much easier to use to get earwax out of the ears as opposed to having to sit there with your head tilted for 15 minutes while some of the other products, which can be quite difficult to adhere to. So this one's just a very simple one where you can spray it into the ear while keeping your head upright, and then you can just go about your business. You don't have to be sitting around for 15 minutes to wait for it to work. So we try and look for those ones that offer a benefit to the patient in either being easier to use, or if they prefer a more natural alternative to a synthetic chemical, then we try and have an option for them that is also effective and has some clinical evidence to prove that it has some benefit for them.
Now, Hunter, most of our audience, in fact about 95% of our audience, are clinicians of one kind or another, doctors, nurses, allied health professionals, largely working in hospitals. What's the takeaway message for them today as a result of our chat? What would you like them to know?
Well, I think for most health professionals, they still like to have the option of using a natural product at times, particularly if the patient in front of them is somebody that prefers that, for example. This is not for the more serious medical condition that requires that emergency intervention or a fairly strong medicine, but some people who have these other conditions that are going along with that might prefer to have a natural choice for that. So we'd just like them to know that we're out there and we have some solutions that are of use to them. For example, Clean Ears with audiologists, it's just an easier way for them to get the wax cleared out of a patient's ear who might have a serious hearing problem and wearing a hearing aid, for example. So it's a product that can go along and be a nice alternative for them to use.
Now, Hunter, in every profession and in every product range, there's always misconceptions, and it's my favourite question. What's the biggest misconception about your products and services that drives you nuts and keeps you awake at night?
Well, probably there's two. One is that natural medicines aren't as effective as the synthetic alternative, and that's not necessarily true. There are natural medicines, not just the ones that we have, but many out there that have a great place in the treatment or relief of certain symptomatic illnesses. So that's number one, and I think that's important to know. Probably if I went back to the Hangover product, probably the biggest misconception we get is that we're somehow promoting people to go out and drink more, which is definitely not the case. What we're trying to pitch the product to is somebody who has other responsibilities in life, and they might have a nice wine or three with dinner, but they still suffer from some symptoms in relation to that, but they like to drink a moderate amount of alcohol, which has been proven to be quite beneficial to some people, not the person who goes out and drinks 50 beers and then ends up with their head in the gutter, if you know what I mean. So we're trying to be helping the person who wants to be responsible as opposed to the person who's definitely not being responsible.
We hope today that we can help clear up with at least some people's minds those misconceptions. Hunter, how do people get in touch with you?
Well, they can just go to our website, biorevive.com. All the details are there. More than happy to talk to anyone who's interested in any of our products, whether that's to stock it or use it or trial it or otherwise. And we're very happy to work with health professionals in the care of their patients and consumers.
Just again, that website is bio, B-I-O, revive, R-E-V-I-V-E, one word, .com. You've been listening to Health Professional Radio with Wayne Buckler, and my guest has been Hunter Leonard, the Marketing Director of BioRevive. Hunter, thanks for being with us today.
You're most welcome, Wayne. Thanks for the chat. If
you'd like to read a transcript of this interview, it's available on our website at www.hpr.fm. There's also a sound archive on SoundCloud and on YouTube. This is Wayne Buckler for Health Professional Radio.